A poor beggar helps a woman in distress, unaware that her son is a billionaire. The scorching sun beat down on the bustling market in Lagos, Nigeria. Kofi, a poor beggar, sat on the sidewalk, his worn-out begging bowl in front of him. People rushed by, some tossing coins into his bowl, while others ignored him altogether. As he gazed out at the sea of faces, Kofi's eyes landed on a woman who stumbled and fell to the ground. She looked like she'd been walking for hours, her elegant clothes dusty and her face pale. Without hesitation, Kofi rushed to her side. "Ma'am, are you okay?" he asked, concern etched on his face. The woman didn't respond. She'd fainted. Kofi quickly scanned his surroundings and spotted a nearby vendor selling water. He purchased a bottle and gently poured some water on the woman's face. Slowly she came to, looking around in confusion. As the woman regained her composure, Kofi helped her sit up, offering her the water bottle. "Thank you, young man," she said weakly. "I feel so dizzy." Kofi nodded sympathetically, having experienced his share of hardships. The woman glanced at Kofi's begging bowl and looked away, her eyes welling up with tears. "Don't worry, ma'am. You're safe now." "Do you need help getting home?" Kofi asked. The woman hesitated before handing Kofi a small piece of paper with an address. "Please, can you help me get a taxi? I need to get home." Kofi nodded and hailed a taxi. As they drove through the crowded streets, the woman leaned back, closing her eyes. Kofi ensured she got home safely, refusing any payment she offered. As he watched the taxi drive away, he felt a sense of satisfaction. He'd helped someone in need, and that was all that mattered. The sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow over the city. Kofi returned to his spot on the sidewalk, his bowl still empty. Despite the kindness he'd shown the woman, his own struggles seemed never-ending. As the night fell, Kofi thought about his life. He'd been a beggar for as long as he could remember, struggling to survive. But moments like these where he could help someone gave him hope. He wondered what the future held, but for now he was content with the small act of kindness he'd shown. The city lights twinkled around him, and Kofi closed his eyes, feeling the cool breeze on his face. He thought about his parents, who had passed away when he was young. He'd grown up on the streets fighting for every meal, but he never lost hope. He believed that one day his luck would change. As he sat there, lost in thought, a group of passers-by tossed some coins into his bowl. Kofi smiled, grateful for the small gesture. He counted the coins, enough to buy a meal and maybe even some water for the night. He stood up, stretching his tired body, and walked to a nearby food stall. The aroma of fried plantains filled the air, and Kofi's stomach growled in anticipation. With a full belly, Kofi returned to his spot, feeling a sense of gratitude. He lay down on the sidewalk, using his begging bowl as a pillow. As he drifted off to sleep, he thought about the woman he'd helped. He hoped she was doing well, and that his kindness had made a difference in her life. The next morning, Kofi woke up to the sound of vendors calling out their wares. He stretched, feeling a bit more refreshed. As he sat up, he noticed a piece of paper stuck to his bowl. It was the address the woman had given him. Kofi smiled, remembering the encounter. He folded the paper and put it in his pocket, wondering if he'd ever see her again. With a newfound sense of hope, Kofi began his day, ready to face whatever challenges came his way. He sat down, bowl in front of him, and waited for the day's charity. Little did he know, his life was about to take a dramatic turn. The hours passed and Kofi's bowl filled up with coins. He bought some food and water, feeling grateful for the small blessings. As the sun began to set, Kofi thought about finding a shelter for the night. He'd heard of a local mission that offered temporary housing. He decided to check it out, hoping to find a warm meal and a place to rest. The next day, Kofi was back at his usual spot, hoping for a few coins to buy some food. As he sat there, a sleek black car pulled up, and a well-dressed man stepped out. Kofi watched warily, wondering if the man was a government official or someone looking to cause trouble. The man approached Kofi and asked, "You're the one who helped my mother yesterday, aren't you?" Kofi's eyes widened as he stood up, surprised. "Yes, I did. How is she doing?" The man smiled. "She's fine, thanks to you. My name is Namdi, and my mother told me about your kindness. I wanted to thank you in person." Kofi's eyes lit up with curiosity. "Thank you, sir. It was nothing much, just helping someone in need." Namdi nodded, his expression serious. Your selflessness means a lot to us. My mother is everything to me, and I'd like to reward your kindness. Kofi's eyes narrowed slightly, unsure what to expect. No need for rewards, sir. I'm just glad she's okay. Namdi chuckled. Let's discuss this further over lunch. Would you like to join me? Kofi hesitated, unsure if he should trust this stranger. But something about Namdi's warm smile put him at ease. He nodded, and Namdi led him to a luxurious restaurant. As they sat down at a cozy table, Namdi ordered a variety of dishes. Kofi felt out of place, but Namdi's friendly demeanor put him at ease. Over lunch, Namdi explained that his mother had spoken highly of Kofi's kindness and that he wanted to repay him. I own several businesses, and I think you'd be perfect for one of my projects. How would you like a job and a place to stay? We'll provide you with everything you need. Kofi's jaw dropped. A job? A place to stay? He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Why would you do this for me, sir? Namdi leaned forward. Because my mother always says that kindness is rewarded, and I believe in that too. Kofi's eyes welled up with tears as he thought about the possibilities. Could this be the chance he needed to turn his life around? As they finished their meal, Namdi handed Kofi a business card. Meet me at my office tomorrow and we'll discuss the details. Kofi took the card, feeling a sense of hope he hadn't felt in years. He left the restaurant, wondering what the future held. The next morning, Kofi arrived at Namdi's office, nervous but determined. He was greeted by Namdi's assistant, who led him to a luxurious office. Namdi smiled and welcomed Kofi. Today, we'll start your new life. You'll work at one of my companies and we'll provide you with a place to stay. Kofi's eyes widened as he looked around the office. This was a chance to start anew. Kofi's life changed overnight. He started working at Namdi's company, learning new skills and making new friends. He was given a comfortable apartment, and Namdi's team helped him adjust to his new life. Kofi felt grateful and humbled by the opportunity. As he settled into his new routine, Kofi realized that he had a lot to learn. He was determined to make the most of this chance and prove himself. Namdi became a mentor to Kofi, guiding him through the challenges of his new role. Kofi's hard work and dedication paid off, and he quickly became an integral part of the company. Kofi's transformation was remarkable. He went from being a poor beggar to a confident and capable employee. He made new friends at work and even started taking classes at night to improve his skills. Namdi's mother, Mrs. Okiki, would often visit Kofi at his new apartment, bringing him food and checking on his progress. As the months passed, Kofi's life became more stable. He had a steady income, a comfortable home, and a sense of purpose. He never forgot where he came from and always looked for ways to help others. Despite the progress Kofi had made, he still faced challenges. Some of his colleagues doubted his abilities, and he had to work twice as hard to prove himself. Kofi persevered, determined to succeed. He sought guidance from Namdi and his team, learning from his mistakes and growing as a person. As Kofi navigated the corporate world, he encountered new obstacles. He struggled to understand the complex business jargon and the office politics, but he was determined to learn. Kofi spent hours studying and seeking feedback from his colleagues. He asked questions, took notes, and applied what he learned. Namdi noticed Kofi's efforts and was impressed. Kofi, you're doing great. Keep pushing forward, he said during a meeting. Kofi's confidence grew, and he began to see himself as a valuable member of the team. He started to contribute more in meetings, sharing his ideas and insights. One day, Kofi was tasked with leading a project. He was nervous but determined. He worked tirelessly, poring over the project details and seeking input from his team. When the project was presented to the board, Kofi's hard work paid off. The board was impressed, and the project was a huge success. Kofi's colleagues began to see him in a new light. They respected his dedication and his ability to learn quickly. Kofi's success was not limited to his project. He had also become a leader among his peers. He mentored others, sharing his experiences and guiding them through challenges. As Kofi looked back on his journey, he realized that he had come a long way. From being a poor beggar to leading a successful project, Kofi's transformation was remarkable. He knew that he owed it all to Namdi's kindness and support. Kofi's story was an inspiration to others, a reminder that with hard work and determination, anyone can overcome challenges and achieve their goals. Kofi's newfound confidence spilled over into other areas of his life. He started taking care of his physical health, joining a gym and eating better. He also pursued his passion for reading, devouring books on business and personal development. Kofi's life was transforming, and he was grateful for the opportunity. As the days went by, Kofi became more confident in his abilities. He knew that he still had a lot to learn, but he was excited for the journey ahead. With Namdi's guidance and support, Kofi felt like he could conquer the world. He was no longer just a poor beggar. He was a leader, a mentor, and a success story. Kofi's transformation was not just about his professional growth. It was also about his personal growth. He had learned to believe in himself, to trust his abilities, and to take risks. As Kofi's confidence grew, he began to build stronger relationships with his colleagues. He was no longer just the beggar-turned-employee. He was a valued member of the team. Kofi's colleagues respected him for his hard work and his willingness to learn. One of his closest colleagues, a woman named Ada, became a close friend. Ada was a marketing specialist, and she took Kofi under her wing, teaching him about the industry and sharing her expertise. Kofi appreciated Ada's guidance and support, and the two became inseparable. Namdi noticed the strong bond between Kofi and Ada and smiled. "I'm glad to see you're building relationships, Kofi. That's key to success in any field." Kofi nodded, knowing that Namdi was right. He continued to nurture his relationships with his colleagues, knowing that a strong support system was essential for growth. As Kofi's relationships deepened, he began to feel a sense of belonging. He was no longer just an outsider trying to fit in. He was a part of the team. Kofi's colleagues accepted him for who he was, and he appreciated their kindness and support. Kofi's friendship with Ada blossomed, and the two started to explore the city together. They would grab lunch at local restaurants, attend networking events, and explore new neighborhoods. Kofi felt like he had found a true friend in Ada, and he was grateful for her presence in his life. Through his relationships, Kofi learned the value of teamwork, communication, and trust. He realized that success was not just about individual achievement, but about building strong relationships with others. As Kofi looked back on his journey, he knew that he couldn't have done it without the support of others. Namdi's kindness, Ada's guidance, and his colleagues' acceptance had all contributed to his success. Kofi's story was a reminder that we are all interconnected and that our success is often dependent. As Kofi's success grew, he began to think about giving back to the community. He remembered his days as a beggar and the struggles he faced. Kofi wanted to help others who were going through similar challenges. He started brainstorming ideas on how he could make a difference. Namdi noticed Kofi's passion for giving back and offered his support. "Kofi, I'm proud of you for wanting to give back. What do you have in mind?" Kofi shared his ideas and Namdi was impressed. "Let's make it happen," he said. Together, Kofi and Namdi launched a program to provide job training and mentorship to young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. Kofi was passionate about the project, and he threw himself into it. He knew firsthand the impact that kindness and support could have on someone's life. The program was a huge success. Young people from all over the city applied, eager to learn and gain skills. Kofi mentored them, sharing his experiences and guiding them through challenges. He saw himself in them and knew that with the right support, they could achieve great things. As Kofi worked with the young people, he realized that giving back was not just about providing resources. It was also about sharing his time and expertise. He learned that everyone has something to offer, regardless of their background or circumstances. The program expanded, and Kofi became a leader in the community. People looked up to him as a role model, and he was proud to be making a difference. Kofi's story inspired others to give back, and soon a ripple effect of kindness spread throughout the city. Kofi's journey taught him that success is not just about personal achievement. It's also about using our talents and resources to make a positive impact on the world. He knew that he owed his success to Namdi's kindness and was grateful for the opportunity to pay it forward. As Kofi looked out at the young people he was mentoring, he felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. He knew that he was making a difference, and that was all that mattered. The young people in the program began to flourish, and Kofi's mentorship played a significant role in their success. They started to see the world in a different light, and their confidence grew. Kofi's program was not just about job training, it was about empowering the next generation of leaders. Kofi's passion for giving back inspired others to join him. More mentors and volunteers came on board, and the program continued to grow. As Kofi's program continued to grow, he faced new challenges. Funding was a major concern, and Kofi had to find ways to secure resources. He reached out to potential donors, pitched his program, and showcased its impact. Despite the challenges, Kofi remained determined. He knew that his program was making a difference, and he was willing to fight for it. Kofi's perseverance paid off, and he secured funding from several donors. The program continued to thrive, and Kofi's leadership was instrumental in its success. He faced new challenges along the way, but he was prepared to overcome them. As Kofi navigated the challenges of running the program, he realized that leadership was not just about giving orders. It was about inspiring and motivating others. He learned to lead by example, demonstrating the values of kindness, empathy, and compassion. The young people in the program began to take ownership of their projects, and Kofi was proud of their progress. They were becoming leaders in their own right, and Kofi's mentorship had played a significant role in their development. Kofi's journey was not without its setbacks, but he persevered. He knew that the rewards were worth the challenges. Years went by, and Kofi's program continued to grow. It became a model for other organizations, and Kofi was recognized as a leader in his field. But more importantly, Kofi's legacy of kindness continued to inspire others. The young people who had gone through the program were now making a positive impact in their communities. They were leaders, entrepreneurs, and changemakers. Kofi's program had given them the tools and confidence they needed to succeed. He thought about the beggar he used to be and the kindness that Namdi had shown him. Kofi knew that he owed his success to that chance encounter and was grateful for the opportunity to pay it forward. He had become a renowned philanthropist, and his story had inspired countless people around the world. But as he looked out at the sea of faces at his latest charity event, Kofi's mind wandered back to the woman who had fainted in the market all those years ago. He remembered the kindness he had shown her, and the kindness that Namdi had shown him in return. Kofi's eyes welled up with tears as he thought about the impact that one act of kindness had had on his life. As he took the stage to give his speech, Kofi's voice trembled with emotion. "Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends," he began, "I stand before you today as a testament to the power of kindness. One act of kindness can change a life, and that's exactly what happened to me." The audience was captivated by Kofi's story, and they listened intently as he shared his journey. "I was once a poor beggar, struggling to survive on the streets," he said. "But one day I helped a woman in need, and that act of kindness changed everything for me." Kofi's voice cracked as he continued. "Today, I'm proud to say that I've been able to pay it forward. I've helped countless young people achieve their dreams, and I've seen the impact that kindness can have on their lives." As Kofi finished his speech, the audience erupted into applause. But more importantly, they were inspired to make a difference in their own communities. Kofi looked out at the audience. He knew that his legacy would live on. The kindness he had shown to others would continue to inspire people to make a difference, creating a ripple effect that would change the world. And as he walked off the stage, Kofi felt a sense of pride and fulfillment, knowing that he had made a lasting impact. The moral of this story is that we can choose to be kind, even when it's difficult, and that choice can have a profound impact on those around us. Whether it's helping a stranger in need or mentoring someone who needs guidance, kindness can make a real difference. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching.